We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig.
I did. Oh, wow. Right on the tip. Just on the tip.
And Blabs. Co-hosted by our friends from around the internet.
There is a portion of Norway where it is legally required to carry a firearm at all times.
If you're just a normal man looking for common sense in this crazy-ass world, you've come to the right place. And now, broadcasting from our homes from around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers. Oh, welcome out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com, and most importantly, Side Scrollers Plus.com. What's going on, everybody? Hey, happy Tuesday to you. Are you having a good day? You are? That's great. Good to see you. Hello, Blabs. Welcome to the show with your crazy pink friend.
Hi, it's my pygmy puff. I need to bring him back because obviously he hasn't been seen in a while, so there he is. Hi, everybody.
Can I just say that you are retarded?
No, I am not. I'm just weird. There's a difference.
Okay. I appreciate that. What is that, by the way?
It's a pygmy puff. I mean, it literally is a puff. Look at it. Woo!
I have a... You know what? I think this is a better question for Fat Leaflet. Hello, Fat Leaflet. How are you?
What's up? I'm Fat Leaflet. How's it going? Did you say it was a pick-me puff?
Yeah, pygmy puff from Harry Potter.
Like, oh, pygmy. You said pick-me. I was like...
No, it's a pygmy. Pygmy, I'm the coolest. I'm the best. I love everything you do.
Leaflet, at what age did you decide to stop wearing things on your shoulder?
I still do sometimes.
Ha! Just you, Craig. You're in the minority here.
Yeah, I'm the weird one here. That's right. Okay.
That's right.
Chat, what about you? When was the last time you wore something on your shoulder like that? A parrot or something. I don't know.
You suck, Craig.
Oh, thanks, Pygmy. Good to see you. Hi. Joining us now, the Pygmy. Hello, Pygmy. Great to see you.
Hi, everybody.
Oh.
Kawaii. Anyway, hi.
Okay, there you go. Leaflet, how are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you? I'm just sipping my coffee and hanging out with you guys. It's always a good day.
Is it the black coffee?
Actually, my mom got me a cappuccino machine. It's great.
Oh, no.
My mom got me a cappuccino machine. It's great.
So I had a coffee breakthrough in the last 2 weeks or so, Blabs. I've not
Really?
Well, listen, I've never had a cup of coffee before.
Yeah, you're
Ever.
weird.
Ever.
Wait, really? What do you drink?
Celsius. Yeah, I guess I drink water, Diet Dr. Pepper or Dr. Pepper Zero. I like that a lot. But the chai tea has become my wife went to a craft show and she got a chai tea, protein chai tea thing that was kind of like low carb. So it says whatever. It's just some guy scooping it into a bag and selling it. And I enjoyed it. And I was like, that's pretty good. Now I've had chai tea before. And I looked at like what was in it. And I was like, oh, it's just sugar. It's a sugar and carbs. So I probably should not have this.
Yeah.
But this one was better. Anyway, so I'm looking for a nice like low carb chai tea solution because I feel like, we talk about the funnel, the coffee funnel is happening right now where I may eventually get to the point to where I have like too much cream in my, I'm the guy who puts like way too much cream in my coffee with way too much sugar in my coffee. And then I slowly lean off to where eventually I'm having like black coffee, and I wake up and I'm like sprouting some sort of beard in the morning, and just wake up coffee black. Yeah. What about you, Blabs?
How do I drink my coffee? So I do a little espresso. I have a Lavazza and I have a Gaggia machine. I grind my own beans and everything. And I do a little espresso, but because I can't drink it black, I do put some milk in it, a little bit of sugar in it. And I've actually had 2 of those today because I had a really shit night sleeping. So I needed 2 to actually wake up because I've been up really, really early.
Leaflet, can I tell you a story really quick?
Sure.
Thanks. So last week or a couple weeks ago, we were in Florida. We did our first ever fundathon. And when I say that coffee was taken seriously in this house,
Me and Cecil.
we have this wonderful guy named Cecil. All right.
Yeah.
On the show. He's phenomenal. I love him. But he brought his own coffee machine maker thing down.
So did I.
And I was like, what? And like, it took 45 minutes to make a cup of coffee.
Well, I know
like,
it didn't. It made like 5 minutes. He has an
forever.
AeroPress one. So do I.
I don't know. The whole thing is nuts. I don't understand coffee culture. There's so much that I don't understand about it. But
listen, if you listen to Kay talk, she knows all of her coffee too. She's
Well-
I'm more of
like,
a
oh
tea
yeah, she
person,
knows
to
her
be
stuff.
honest.
yeah, well, I do not. I do not. Well, look, we could do coffee talk all day long, but we're not going to do that. Do you get that reference, Leaflet? Please tell me.
No,
you
is that
do.
from a movie?
No,
Or
it's
like
from
New York City or accent or something from Brooklyn.
It's from a Saturday Night Live skit with Mike Myers. He played this lady named Linda Richmond, this Jewish lady. She welcome to Coffee Talk, and she'd do it whatever. Anyways, it was crazy. Anyways, we got a big show today. Lots going on. We're going to be getting into this Gold's Gem controversy. If you haven't seen that, buckle up, Buttercup. It's there's a lot there. Tyler Oliveira, who is a very big YouTuber, who does like this guy pumps out some really good stuff.
Yeah,
really
I love
good
it.
content. Yeah. Well, he has crossed the line apparently, and he has been labeled an ist and a phobe and all of the things.
Didn't they do that already?
Well, he's crossed the Indian line.
Oh.
Yes, which is now called PoopGate. I'm branding that. So we'll get into PoopGate a little bit later on. And look, I don't like to admit when I'm wrong, but today I will. I will admit that I was wrong. I will admit defeat today in front of everybody. And God and our witness, I will let you know how I have failed dramatically. And I will try to do better. I promise you that. So that'll be coming up a little bit later. We got lots going on. Sydney Sweeney talking. We got the state of modern video games. We got all of the stuff today. So do us a favor, hit the subscribe button if you're tuning in over on YouTube. Hit the follow button over on Rumble. 134,000 strong over on YouTube. Over 25,000 over on Rumble. Love to see that. And you guys hanging out on the wildest chat on the internet over at Side Scrollers Plus. Glad you guys are with us as well. I was thinking about this the other day as I feel like we should just screen share the Side Scrollers Plus chat whenever we talk about Plus, just to show the absolute insanity that happens over there and the memes and all the nuttiness going on over there. Maybe we can do that moving ahead, Blabs.
Sure, but also Cecil just texted me and he says, AeroPress coffee lovers unite. Hi
What
Cecil,
is
thanks
that?
for watching.
I don't even know what you just said.
It was
don't
his
either.
machine he brought.
Thank you, Blabs. Quick side note. I fasted. I was fasting. I ended a fast at almost 41 hours this morning after not eating, after eating like trash the last couple of weeks after the fundathon and stuff. And I texted Phoenix this morning because I was up till like 2:30 this morning.
Doing what?
My brain was so freaking wired and like at a certain
I was asleep.
It's insane, Blab. It's insane. When you stop eating and your brain starts like pulling energy from your fat, I like went into super. You ever seen that movie Limitless with Bradley Cooper, where he's on portions of his brain and stuff? You ever seen that, Leaflet?
No, did you go like Ultra Instinct or something?
Dude, it was nuts. I could like smell the sun. It was amazing. It was like I was on fire. Anyways, so for those of you who are like, hey, I want to lose weight or I want to feel better about myself, just don't eat. It's amazing how that works out. Just don't eat. I'll be not eating a lot
Just
more.
starve yourself. I'm sure little girls everywhere want to hear that advice.
No. I just say you gotta eat better. You gotta when you eat too much, you need to uneat, Blabs.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not
telling
giving
me I can become Super Saiyan if I just stop eating.
That's pretty much what I felt like. I felt like I was seven. I was like Super Saiyan Supersonic over there. I went straight Goku with crazy hair. That's what I felt like at like 1:30 in the morning. It was horrible. Because I was like,
Horrible.
"Oh!" Yeah, it was horrible because I wanted to go to sleep, but I couldn't get it done. So I spent an hour editing shorts for the channel. So, anyways, if you ever want to go Super Saiyan, that's how you can do it. All right. Lots going on today. Glad you're with us. We always like to start the show with today in video game history. Blabs, are you ready?
Yes.
Good.
Today in gaming history with Blabs.
That's me.
All right. What do you got there, Blabs?
That's right. Okay. November 4th, everybody. Medal of Honor Pacific Assault was released in 2002. Hang on a second. I think I forgot to change the title of it.
That was the best Medal of Honor game.
I forgot to change the cover.
Nothing sounds. Listen, if there's a Wombat and Medal of Honor, maybe they should make a Medal of Honor Ratchet and Clank edition. I think that sounds awesome.
That is amazing. I totally forgot to change that image. Anyway, Tom Clancy's End War was released in 2008, and Call of Duty Vanguard was released in 2021. Ta-da! I got an F. I know I already got an F. That's on me. I totally forgot.
I want the chat to start giving you grades every day. Just every day after today in gaming history. You guys are a part of the show. You guys are a big part. Just start grading Blabs immediately after.
I deserve an F for that. I forgot to change one of the images.
Oh my God.
Well, I wonder if Sam noticed it when he posted on social media too, or did he forget as well?
Let's find out. Let's see if Sam failed today. Let's find out really fast.
I'm taking Sam down with me.
Yeah, if I'm gonna go. Let's see.
Sorry, Sam, you're coming with me, man.
Look at this. Sam did in fact notice today. Look at that. Congratulations.
What the fuck?
Sam throwing you under the bus.
Yeah, he did, because there was only one option this morning. Oh my God. He literally threw me under the bus. He deleted his own version. Ah!
There's Blabs.
Every man for himself inside Scrollers.
There's Sam's. That's right, apparently. Way to go, Sam.
Yeah,
well,
man.
Some noticeable games that you missed today, Blabs, include FIFA Soccer 2004 for the Game Boy Advance.
It's fine.
We understand. Lord of the Rings Return of the King, released for the GameCube.
I was actually going to put that in, and then I didn't.
Well, as the resident Lord of the Rings expert, I would say that you definitely missed an opportunity here, as a lot of people really enjoy Lord of the Rings Return of the King video game for the PlayStation 2, Xbox, GameCube, and PC.
Uh-huh.
Okay. The Legend of Zelda Minish Cap, not included today.
No, I didn't. I decided not to. It was the Japanese release, and I was like, yeah, but...
yeah. It's the Japanese. That's good.
I'd rather fuck up on my Ratchet and Clank Medal of Honor Pacific Assault.
The chat is saying...
on purpose for the content.
Yeah, for the content. That's right. Chat is saying Colony Wars for the PlayStation was good. I'm not familiar with it. 007 Quantum of Solace was... Oh, this is a PlayStation 2 and 3 game. You know, that's a nice little double doozer cross-platform right there.
Daniel Craig.
What?
Daniel Craig.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Daniel Craig. I was like, I am Craig. That's true.
I'm Craig. Who are you?
I sure am. That's good. Resistance. Dawn of Man. No, is it Dawn of Man? Fate of Man? Whatever it was. Resistance 2 for the PlayStation. Leaflet, did you ever play Resistance 2? Or sorry, Resistance. It was Fall of Man. That's what it was. Do you remember?
Not.
This is one of those games that was a early game for the PlayStation 3. And they made like 3 or 4 games of the Resistance franchise. And this is, talk about a game that just kind of came and went, that was a total product of its time. If you go back and you play the Resistance games, at the time they were fun, but they are horrendous now.
Oh my God.
They are so bad.
You know what's weird? It's like, for me, the PlayStation 3 is just like memory hold. Like, I don't even remember anything about PlayStation 3. It's like almost like it didn't exist.
You know, I hear you on that. Like it was let me see if I can find some gameplay of this, and it'll kind of give you okay, here we go. Here's the IGN review of Resistance Fall of Man. Okay. And you'll see kind of what it looked like here. And at the time, you know, it's like, I don't recall there being like a run or a jump. Look at this. It's in 360p. This is IGN's official review in 360p here. It's very much run and gun. The idea was, I wouldn't even say run and gun. It was like jog and run, jog and gun. But you go around and you just kind of like you get different guns and you shoot all the aliens, and that's pretty much it. It did have like a co-op mode. I think his name was Nathan Hale or something, maybe, but that memory serves me correctly. But I played through this game with a buddy at the time, and yeah, there was like side-by-side co-op multiplayer and stuff. It was well, not even multiplayer. It was like a campaign. But talk about like it's weird that these franchises that saw like 3 games that nobody's ever heard of before. It's really weird to me. But Blabs, how many? Let's see. How many total games do you think that Resistance Fall of Man sold?
At least 1 million.
You are correct. The first Resistance, by the way, this would be considered a failure today. And this was like a AAA game back then. It sold 2.1 million copies, the original Resistance Fall of Man, with the total franchise selling just under 4 million. So I don't know. It's like just what a weird thing. Did anybody else play Resistance Fall of Man, or is that just me? Was I one of the 2.1 million who played it? Fun stuff.
You are unique.
I am unique. That's right. Some other noticeable games.
I wasn't done yet. Uniquely retarded. You are Craig.
Well established. Thank you. Call of Duty Ghost also released 2013. Harvest Moon 3D, The Lost Valley. The Binding of Isaac Rebirth released for everything 11 years ago in 2014. Call of Duty Vanguard, which did anybody? I'm sure tons of people played Call of Duty Vanguard. I did not.
Lots of people played it, but I was not one of them.
No.
But a lot of the chat says that they did play Resistance.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad I wasn't the only one right there. That's good. Okay, well, there you go. There's Today in Gaming History for everybody. Right off the bat, Corona Chan came in as a member for 7 months. Says, did the break food become your new favorite food? No, Corona Chan. I don't really know what you're talking about, but the answer is no. The break. Oh, you mean like the food that I broke the fast with? Oh, yeah. It always tastes super good whenever you have food that you haven't after like 2 days. Blaz, we got any supers before we get started?
Oh, we got tons of supers.
Oh, wow. How nice.
All right. I don't know how you say your name. Geen? I'm just going to go with Hemlock for 10. Says Leaflet. And that's it. Torgo the White for 1 says Mahonkies.
All right.
Space Gamer for 1 says, has Blabs started the HP audiobook yet? I have on the way home. Sounds great so far. I've been seeing reviews she's posted. So I don't even own it. I've not even pre-owned it, or ordered, I should say. I want it to be physical, and since they're not releasing the physical, I don't really want to buy it. And also I've heard really mixed reviews. But the stuff that I did hear about it, like sounds really, really impressive. Twerp for 15 says, I have advocated for Silver Fox to return to the program. I renounce this request and my support for Silver Fox as he is a literal cuckold of a man.
Okay.
If he appears on Side Scrollers Plus, I will pass on that episode. Thank you, Ike, for saying the record straight with me.
I'm sorry, who was that?
Ike. That's from Twerp for 15.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks, I guess. I guess, I always go back to, you may not, like, I don't know everybody's beef on the internet. I don't really care to know everybody's beef on the internet, but I will say that, you're not going to agree with everybody we have on the show. So I don't know if Silver Fox comes back, cool. If he doesn't, cool. You don't have to watch every show, but we'd love for you to, if you want to. What else, Blabs?
Master for 20 says, Leaflet, would you fight a Kuma in Forest or your cousin Sweet in a dungeon? By the way, Leaflet and Chill channel on YouTube is plus 1,000.
Nice.
Oh, thank you. Would I rather fight a bear in the woods?
A Kuma in a forest, or your cousin Sweet in a dungeon?
Bear with gun.
Nice.
All right. Zach,
by the way,
the
Leaflet and Chill channel here. If you haven't,
I just started.
Anime,
that's
video
awesome.
games.
Already 1.37K, and you just started it.
Go. All right, everyone go subscribe. Look at that.
Oh, thanks.
Like that.
Nice.
Thank you.
Zachary for 2 says, so coffee people, drip, percolator, French press, or espresso. I'm saying espresso. That's just me.
I know what you just said.
Listen, shut up. Marlon for 10 says, I'm verklempt. Talk amongst yourselves. I just use a Keurig coffee machine. I don't give a fuck. That's all right. We all have our weaknesses. Your lady for 5 says, I missed the raspy girl voice conversation yesterday. I was disappointed that no one mentioned Julie Benz from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'll DM the link.
Leaflet, and by the way, she did DM me the link. Your thoughts on the raspy woman? Is the raspy voice hot, Leaflet?
What do you have an example?
Yeah. Like, so imagine you are sick, you have a cold, right? And your voice isn't 100%, so you kind of got that sickly, raspy thing going on.
Like a hey guys, how's it going? Something like that.
Yeah, I mean, kind of. I would say, like, so Kirsha was on the other day, and and she was getting over a cold, and she had like raspy voice, and I said, a raspy voice is hot, and we've done several polls, and it has ranged from anywhere between like 80% and 90% of people agree with me that raspy voice is pretty hot. And the best answer I got to why we think it is that there's a psychology to it. It's that men want to protect raspy voice women, right? The idea that they're sickly. You want to
That
protect
makes
them.
sense. That makes sense.
Yes. And it's also hot. So anyways.
There's a lot of like psychology behind that, like why that's also why people like anime. Do you know about that?
No.
Because the big eyes and the face structure.
Oh, really?
Very like kind of like what's the word? Like more like it's got like a kind of more innocent look, so it's like I need to protect it like a cat.
I must protect the anime character like a kitty cat. Okay. All right. What else, Blabs?
Yeah, we got a lot of supers. Hang on. Commodore Shannon for 5 says, I like fire department skull crushing instant espresso with sweet cream or iced coffee with sweet cream. Also, Craig was wrong on something. Shocker!
Nope.
Fraser for 2 says, if I eat but then throw up, does that count, Craig? No, that's called bulimia. Rob on Wheels for 10 says, I asked this yesterday, but my tip wasn't addressed. Has the 3rd hour definitely been scrapped?
For right now, I want to say scrapped, but I would just say for right now, we're going to stick with 2 because it'll the 3rd hour. We're just going to stick with 2 for now. Let me just say that it's not scrapped forever, but it was a lead up to the Fundathon, and it may come back at a later date. Never say never.
Unless you're Justin Bieber. Joey for 1 says, hi, Size Growers. Good to be back after a few weeks of work. Have any of you had a chance to play the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection? If so, what's your take on it? Well, that's for you, Craig.
Well, I'm glad you asked, Joey, because as the best Mortal Kombat player possibly in history, I want to let you know it was a very daunting task when I booted up Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection and promptly dominated my opponent, so much so that I actually was injured. And my injury has caused me to retire, which I announced via X the other day, where I retired 1-0 in online competition. I was very proud of this. And with that said, the online game was very janky, and the frame rate was not very good, a lot of lag. But I do enjoy the collection. So thank you for asking, Joey. And I am the greatest of all time. Thank you very much.
May I continue?
Yeah.
Okay. Suffer So Proud for 5 says, any noticeable deaths of people celebrating their birthday today, Craig? Glad you asked. We'll get to that in a bit. Of people dying, not birthdays. Epson Sama for 10 says, Blabs, I expected you as a proud Italian to use a mocha pot. Any specific reason why you use an AeroPress over their tried and true method of brewing coffee like a mocha pot? Also, hashtag free Kai. I don't even know what a mocha pot is, but I was trying to tell you in the chat, I only use the AeroPress for travel because it's very compactable and portable and off you go. It's really easy to use. I use a gadget machine like a cool kid. Anyway, so put that in your pot and smoke it.
Do we need to have a coffee segment where we're for an
I'm
hour
gonna
and a half?
film it later today and be like, "This is my coffee machine.
Okay.
Here you go."
I don't even know what that is. She's
Gadget.
speaking
It's
like
a brand.
witchcraft and
It's a
wizardry.
brand. It's a brand from Italy.
Leaflet, I feel like she just sang a bunch of words and
Che
and then at the-
cazzo,
and then at the end-
ragazzi, sono stanca di questi. Anyway.
and then she just goes, "Bada-boom!"
All right. Jewish as fuck for 10 says, Leaf, this is my shout out for my buddy, Fosher Enjoyer. He's an army vet and works in trucking now. Dude says he wants to marry you. So can you give him a nice message for him?
Hello.
Denied.
Oh,
Cthulhu for 5. Mahang, normal men and normal ladies. I have some pictures to see if they can guess the historical figures, and I do have them pulled up, so here we go. This is
Okay.
one of them. Do you know who this is?
I do, yeah.
Okay, who is it?
It's Ryder from Fate Stay Night.
Okay,
Medusa.
how about this one?
That one I don't know. Nope.
How about this one?
Yeah, that's also from Fate. That's shoot, who's that? It's like one of the samurai. I forgot which one exactly.
And the last one.
That is Joan of Arc, I think.
Wow, she's sexy. Shout out, Joan of Arc. All right. Yeti for 5 says funding for fat leaflets provided by Craig's Coffee, Blabs Big Sandwiches, and viewers like Leaf's mom. Thanks, Leaf Mom.
nice.
Sounds like a PBS ad.
It does.
Frenchie for $4.99. Blabs, why Vanguard over Valkyria Chronicles? That was a great game because I did it. And your mom. All right, Rod Hernandez says, Return of the King was one of the first PlayStation 2 games I had when they bought it to me on Xmas in 2001 with a Robotech Battlecry and Castlevania. LOA, Troy the Lord of the Ring was a hidden gem. Also, cute outfit, Leaf.
Thank you.
I thought it was Bison for a second there. All right, how many know James for 10 says, Leaflet, remember the basic of Mozambique drills?
Yes.
Yeah. Choose News for 10 says, I think Resistance 2 or 3 had a commercial campaign with Katie Sackhoff from Battlestar Galactica where a recording of her called your house and left messages if you pre-ordered signed up. And, oh shit, Hippie for 20 says, Rocket Works needs to fix ray tracing for Icarus because the FPS tanks subtly, and if I wanted a slideshow, I get a Philips CDI and play Plumbers, don't wear ties.
So I gotta say that the answer to that question from earlier is that 2 to the chest face gets the rest. That's the answer.
2 to the chit. What?
2 to the chest face gets the rest. That's the Mozambique.
Oh.
Oh, okay. All right. I
Okay.
was wondering about what in the face and the chest and the what. It's awkward
Yeah.
conversations. Really weird.
Gun stuff. It's gun
Mhm.
stuff.
Yeah. I listen. I get it for sure. I actually get that reference now that you said it. All right, we caught up for now, Blabs. We're gonna get to the rest of the supers later.
Yep.
Okay, awesome. We'll get to the rest of your super chats, direct donations, and rumble rants throughout the duration of the show. But friends, it is time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for hard news. Okay, so Blabs, we do have birthday talk as always. Sometimes, so where people have birthdays every day, and you know
Somebody's born every day. What the fuck?
and people
And
die.
still tell me the
Crazy.
sky is blue.
Die every day. People die. People live. It's amazing how this world works here. But there is a super viral post from this X handle called Overdue Souls. Now, we've seen this quite a bit, and we'll just kind of put this out here. So, try my best to be happy on my birthday. I just always failed. All I ever wished for was to be loved and appreciated, yet always failed at being so. No one deserves being alone nor having no family, yet I rather relive this life 100 times more than to see another feel this pain. And we've seen this type of thing all the time where the girl sets up her camera, and let's just go and play this out.
She gonna cry.
Sets up the camera. I'll bring this down a little bit. She's smiley. She gets the wonderful, wonderful birthday treat here. And then she realizes that she's all alone. And then sadness hits. And you can see the sadness in her face here. And she eats her ice cream all alone.
Like a big girl.
Like a big girl here. And begins to weep at how sad life is, as she is not married, does not have anybody to live her life with or share her ice cream. And then she promptly puts the phone up into the light where you can see that, yes, she was indeed crying here. So the total...
Why?
Because, hey, look at how sad I am here. Look at how sad I am at the end after after having my lonely ice cream here.
It's
So
like
first,
kitty farming.
Yeah.
yes, Leaflet. That is exactly what is happening here. This
I
has
see.
23 million views here. Now, I do want to point out there's actually one very important part of this that is not brought up in this video. And she tells you in her profile exactly what it is. And Blabs, I would just
Is
like
she
for
in
you-
OnlyFans?
well, how about you just tell me if there's any red flags here as I scroll over this?
I mean, it says I'm bipolar, so
Right. Just
I don't know, man.
I feel
Maybe
like
she forgot to take her meds on her birthday.
right. So the bipolar woman clout farming online has not gone over very well. Leaflet, do you have any thoughts on the I guess clout farming here from Overdue Souls?
It seems pretty typical. I mean, it's like not surprising for the internet, I guess. I don't know.
Blabs, when was the last time you cried while eating ice cream?
I can't say. I don't think I've ever had cried and eat ice cream at the same time. Because
Makes me
usually
happy.
it's like, why would you cry for eating ice cream? Ice cream's amazing. So
We can change that.
why?
Not because it's funny. I don't know.
Why do you want to cry? That's so mean.
I know. I'm sorry.
You're about to get some nasty messages from the Sims. They're like, how dare you try to make her cry?
We
I
just do
cry
it.
from really stupid stuff,
Oh yeah, like what?
like anime.
Oh yeah.
Yes! Don't call it stupid. It's heartfelt.
No, but see, the stuff I cried for was really stupid. So like
Why
I
would
cried.
you cry for?
Have
I
you
cried
heard
for
of
the show
Gurren
Orange.
Lagann? Have you seen Gurren Lagann?
No.
There's a scene in Gurren Lagann that it's not sad, but it was like so epic. There were like so many robots on screen, and they were like all
So it was
working
so
together
beautiful.
that I cried.
So
This
the
was the
Avengers
last scene.
assembled in
They were
anime
in
form and it made
space.
you cry.
Yes, exactly.
Bro, I cried for when like a character dies, and here you are going, it's so beautiful.
Like this is. I remember saying,
It felt different.
"This is so epic." I was crying.
Wow. Wow.
That's the best thing I've ever heard. Just
So one of my guy friends, like we all exchanged shows to watch. So one of my guy friends was like, you should watch this show called Orange. Have you ever watched that one?
Orange?
Yeah.
No.
I don't even know why it's fucking called Orange. It's about this boy who's basically suicidal in high school, and he
Mhm.
in one timeline he actually does kill himself, even though his friends try to intervene. But in another timeline, they actually save him. But like it's like two timelines. So like then the girl who was in love with him ends up marrying the other guy in one timeline, but because they saved him in the other timeline, she ends up marrying him. It's like this whole thing. I don't know why it's fucking called Orange because I didn't like Orange. But anyway, yeah, that show made me cry because that one was
Don't care.
an anime question.
sorry, Blabs.
That knows about Orange.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Blabs. By the way,
Anyway,
we do have this. By the way,
I like Freeman. Season 2.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Season 2.
I cried on that
coming
one
out.
too. I cried on that one too.
You cried for Trump or cried for Freeman?
Freeman.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair because Himmel is beautiful. The best love story ever. Rejection for like 1,000 years. Eh?
Yeah.
Then it's too late. Freeman's like, fuck, I actually love this guy, but he's dead now, so oops.
All right. Thank you, Blabs.
What a good show.
It's fantastic.
All right. Excellent.
Freeman! And Fern needs her glow up, god damn it. I'm tired of the pajamas she wears every day.
Thank you for sharing.
Okay.
Anyway, so that lady was really sad about being bipolar and eating ice cream. I just wanted to bring it back to where we started.
So anime, huh, Leaflet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go and move on. Do you
This was
do you
not the
remember?
direction Craig was expecting.
No. Do you remember a few weeks ago, I guess a couple months ago now, when Sydney Sweeney it was all the controversy online about American Eagle. And this is before she broke the internet earlier this week about her sheer dress.
Her assets.
By the way, we have been hit for adult content on that.
Ooh.
for showing that on the YouTubes, even though she's fully clothed. Just saying. Anyways, so the American Eagle campaign, the backlash, it was all over the place. Now, the American Eagle stock did great. Actually, they did very well, and they didn't back down, which I think was a very big cultural moment when it came to just everything about that situation. They were like, yeah, that's cool, whatever. And you can actually see a direct correlation between the American Eagle stock of when it happened. There was a big old bump right there. Whoosh, flew up when that whole controversy happened, which was great. When it was awesome. Well, Sydney Sweeney finally is talking about this, courtesy of Entertainment here. She said that the reaction definitely was a surprise over here, but we'll save you the quick TLDR on the few minutes on this and just let you know that she pretty much said she didn't really pay attention to it. So
yeah, she was basically filming the entire time, guys. So she left her phone on, like, not on set, and so when she came back from being on set, she went to bed, and that was it. So she ignored almost all of it. So whilst everyone was talking about her in the world and everything, she was just like mute, which is pretty boss, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that's the right way to handle it. Leaflet, have you ever been in any big controversies?
Harry Potter. I played Harry Potter.
People come after you?
Yeah, I had a lot of friends come after me. Well, like, I thought they were friends. They came after me, and then I got blacklisted, a bunch of like YouTuber things.
For playing the Harry Potter game?
Yeah. Because if you play Harry Potter, you're transphobic. So.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
Well established. That's right. Well,
Can I just say something really funny that Leaflet's gonna find amazing? So you know how like the Audible books just were released? They hired a trans person to voice Madame Pomfrey, the very same trans person who voiced the trans character in Hogwarts Legacy. But somehow articles like Collider and all these other ones are saying they're so transphobic. Harry Potter's so transphobic. J.K. Rowling's a TERF. Meanwhile, they took a woman's role out and gave it to a dude. Again, isn't that ironic?
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Like, it's, I don't know, people get all crazy about it. Like,
they're insane. Stupid. So yeah, Madame Pomfrey is voiced by a dude in the new books. It's ma'am.
We'll get to the dude here in a little bit. In just a minute. We got a lot of dude talk today.
Yeah.
Hey, Leaflet, do you remember the story not too long ago about Tylenol? What was the thing that we continuously heard about Tylenol?
That allegedly causes autism.
Yes.
Are you a Tylenol child, Craig?
Probably. Yeah, I think there's a high probability of that. Yeah, maybe my mom can chime in on this, but I think there's
watching high.
Yeah, probably a high probability that my mom just was downing them like freaking Tic Tacs when I was a kid. So, but Tylenol, of all things, odd timing on this. Leaflet, Tylenol has been sold. The company that had Tylenol previously has sold to another big old brand called Kimberly-Clark, which I've never heard of this brand before, but they obviously generate tons and tons of money. But I'm just curious, how much do you think that Tylenol, the brand, the medicine, would be sold for?
It's in the billions.
I would just take a guess.
$800 million.
$800 million. Well, Leaflet, if I was to take your answer and multiply it by 50, you would still be under, as it was sold for $48.7 billion here. $48.7 billion in a cash and stock deal. Wow. That is nuts. We see these companies, man, that are like make it. I mean, these are multi-billion-dollar deals. Well, how much was X sold for? It was like 40 billion, right? Something like that. 14 billion. It was stupid amount.
It was 33 billion.
X was sold for 33 billion.
Yeah, and an all-stock deal that values X at $33 billion after accounting for $12 billion in debt. The overall transaction was reported at $45 billion, which is the $33 billion valuation plus the $12 billion in debt.
Yeah, right. So we're seeing these companies sold for billions of dollars at this point, and this is not even like this is the Tylenol maker Kenvue is the company that made it over there, which I guess Kenvue is a company under the umbrella of Johnson and Johnson or whatever it is. The amount of money that goes into just selling drugs tells you everything you need to know about the state of advertising, the state of when you watch anything on TV, you're bombarded by pharmaceutical ads, and man, oh man, if those were just, could you imagine what that would do if they just stopped advertising all your H13, stuff? Like I saw an ad the other day for schizophrenia, right? This like schizophrenia medication. It's like, is there that big of an audience watching TV at any given time that's like, I have schizophrenia, I need that medicine? Like, it just seems very bizarre to me.
The thing that's so bizarre about it is it's always like, ask your doctor. It's like, why would I ask my doctor? Shouldn't my doctor just know about this? Like, why would I be like, hey doc, I really, really want this specific schizophrenia medication? Like, what? Like,
I am Blabs, when you went to the doctor and asked for the schizophrenia medicine, what'd they say?
They said, which value would you like?
Which value?
Yeah, do you want the full dosage or the half dosage?
Okay. There we go.
Just kidding.
Nice.
Or am I?
Or am I?
I am Skits.
It's literally my nickname. Or at least it was.
Once upon a time.
It was my nickname in high school, yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, congratulations to all the rich people who got richer today for their
Billie Eilish wants you to give it away.
That's right. What are you doing with it? That's right. Billie Eilish wants to know. So
isn't she rich?
Yes. She's worth
She's
$50 million.
Just tell people to give their money. Why don't she give her money away?
That's what we say.
SMH, man.
Yeah.
SMH.
Shake my damn
SMH.
head.
Do you ever say LOL? Or do you just actually laugh out loud?
I don't actually. I say like lol sometimes.
Yeah.
You want to know the weirdest thing is like one time I was at like a supermarket with my mom, and she was like, "Oh, this is on sale, Poggers," and I was like,
Wait, your mom said that?
"Yeah, my mom." She said it's on sale,
How old is
Poggers.
your mom?
Yeah.
My
mom, like my actual mom.
Man, could you imagine my mom in her 70s being like, Poggers?
I would love that. And her like
Poggers.
southern accent is Poggers.
My mom doesn't
Yeah.
have a southern accent.
Well, she got all right, Texan accent, whatever.
What are you talking about?
She's got a Texas accent.
I don't think so. But
A little bit.
You make her sound like she's walking around shooting her guns. Hey, everybody,
No,
here
she
we
doesn't
are.
do that, but she's got a bit of a Texan accent.
We're gonna go around here and rope some cattle over here, shoot some broncos.
Do you know what I used to say though? You know how you put down LMAO, which is laugh my ass off?
Lamau.
When I was younger, I would just read it as lamo. So I'd always be thinking lamo. Like LAMO. For some reason, I would swap it when I was in middle school and high school. So I'd be like lamo. Oops.
All right. Let's go and move on. We are live today over on a lot of different outlets, including Kick. We are live right there. We have over 100 folks watching us. Hey guys, good to see you. Everyone, say hi to everybody over on Kick. Glad you're with us today. Very nice. Well, did you know that Kick is an Australian company, and Kick is actually being banned in its home country right now, which is amazing for kids. Did you see this news leaflet?
I did not, but it's probably honestly a good thing. I'm just figuring out there's too many kids on freaking Twitch.
Nah, I disagree. I don't think it's up to the corporations and the government to say what can and cannot be on the internet. I think that's up to
I
the
guess that is a
parents.
good point. Yeah, you know what? Fair enough.
Well, let's get into this. Australia's upcoming social media ban for users under 16 will now apply to Kick, the live streaming platform founded in Australia, marking a rare case of a platform being restricted in its country of origin. Reddit has also been added to the list of age-restricted platforms ahead of the ban taking effect before the end of 2025. The eSafety Commission ruled that both services meet the criteria for age restrictions, placing them alongside platforms like TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube, X, Facebook, Instagram, and Threads, but not Blue Sky, of all things. Interesting.
Wait, what?
They
Blue
have.
Sky.
Well, Blue Sky is not included on this list here of banned platforms.
I wonder if does Blue Sky exist in Australia? It's kind of a dumb question, but let me see.
Yeah, check it out. The ban targets services whose, quote, sole or significant purpose is to enable online social interaction. Okay. Communications Minister Anika Wells confirmed the updated list following meetings with major tech platforms to outline the expectations around compliance. So there we are. They said starting December 10th, 2025, any platform that fails to stop users under the age of 16 from creating accounts could face fines of up to $49.5 million. My goodness, that is crazy. The eSafety Commission noted that the list of restricted services may evolve over time. Several companies, including TikTok, Meta, Snap, confirmed at recent Senate hearings that they'll begin blocking new underage accounts once the law is active. I'm curious if they'll go back and they'll block everybody who is.
So I
already
had
has
a
an
look
account.
real fast about the
Yes.
Blue Sky. It does exist, but apparently it's so minuscule that no one really uses it over there. So that's probably why it's been, not included. It's just no one uses it. That's why.
Now, Blabs, you are not a fan of this. You said the idea of minors being blocked from the internet.
I don't want kids on the internet for sure, but I don't see how this is, regulating and banning people on the internet is the best way to go about it. I think it relies up to the parents and also educating children about the internet so they understand how this operates so they're not hoodwinked and child trafficked online and everything. I think that is the better option than saying what you can and cannot do, because that's just further government control. Like, why would you want a government daddy choke you harder, No.
True, 30 on 30.
See?
I have this goes back to the whole path to hell is paved through good intentions. Now, to be clear, I don't think anything that Australia does right now, given their track record over the last 5-6 years, is good, to be clear, given their stance on COVID and the vaccine and the hellscape that they provided for their citizens. But I understand the idea, right? It's kind of like the idea of, well, a minor should not be able to look at porn, right? Or look at a Playboy magazine or smoke cigarettes or something, right? I mean, I understand the premise of it, and I've said forever that the data when it comes to specifically teenage girls, the data shows that their access to social media, in particular Instagram, the more young teenage girls who have access to it, the higher the depression rate, right? So I understand the data saying that something should be done. Now, do I think that they should be, they should have all those, the option to look at it taken away? Not really, but I don't really know what the solution is. I wish I was smart enough to figure that out, but I'm not. But I do think that there should be some sort of solution. I said this all along. I actually think that something like this will happen eventually in the United States, where we look back on cigarettes in the 50s, and doctors were like, "Hey, light up, it's good for you," and then we were like, "Whoa! Actually, those are bad for you, and they give you cancer, and we probably shouldn't allow people just freedom to smoke those wherever they want, right? Especially if you're under the age of whatever, right?" I think that data will eventually come out that shows that. I think we'll treat social media like cigarettes, because as much as they're like cigarettes degrade your physical health, I think that social media degrades your mental health. And I think that if you look at anybody who's terminally online with a lot of the issues that we're seeing today, I think there's definitely a correlation between the two. So I don't know.
I think the problem is I think you need to bring back shame. That's the issue.
Oh, man, should you? Yes, absolutely. That's what the show's built around. Shaming
Yeah,
people.
you got to bring it back because then you gotta make sure that the parents are held responsible, like socially. That like if they're shitty parents, that like everybody's like, the hell are you doing to your kids? And like everybody in the community is kind of holding them accountable.
Mhm.
Because like right now, like we kind of created a society where shaming other people is actually itself seen as shameful.
Oh, I know.
And
Isn't that
because of
crazy?
that, it's kind of subverted the entire system of social pressure, and that's kind of the issue there, I think.
That's what I love about our section of the internet. The idea that if somebody's dumb, regardless of whatever side they're on, like you call a spade. Stop being an idiot, right? And we will point and laugh. And I think that's the one thing that that people don't really quite, those who don't watch our show often, they don't understand that we will point and laugh at everything equally. It doesn't matter what side you're on. But
I mean,
when
a good example of that is with JD Vance. Like he got memed on, and he literally just laughed at the meme. And then it made people seethe because they were like, wait, why is he laughing at it? We were making fun
Right,
of him. And he just like
right.
laughed at it and like, made it his own thing. And I feel like that's happened kind of even throughout just like speaking like politically, right? They've had a lot of phrases that they've used against people. And they're like, actually, I kind of like that. Like ultra MAGA, for instance. They're like, look at this guy. He's ultra MAGA, the great MAGA king. And he was like, you know what? I kind of like that. And everyone just started saying like, yeah, he's the great MAGA king. And it's like, they completely like subverted the memes. And it's like, they're confused as to like how that could even possibly be happening. And it's just an issue of like, not really like taking it so seriously and actually being able to laugh at like everything basically.
Well, being able to laugh at stupid things is pretty dang important. For sure. But I think that's what I feel like. I think we do a pretty good job of that here, but Australia certainly does not. There's one more aspect to the story, in that Australia says that if you want to make anything in like if you don't have a streaming platform, you must produce Australian content. This is courtesy of BBC. So streamers will be made to produce Australian content over here, which is interesting. Here it says Australia is to introduce laws requiring streaming platforms to invest a minimum amount of money in homegrown content, the government said on Tuesday. This is for Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, and any other streamers with over 1 million subscribers. So they'll have to contribute at least 10% of their local expenditure, or 7.5% of revenue, on Australian content. What a gross, like, how can a government go in and tell these private companies, well, I guess Disney's not a private company, but tell these companies how they have to spend their money? That seems really messed up.
It is, yeah. It's ridiculous.
Wow. And 7.5%, that's a lot. Could you imagine if, let's just say Guam, right? Guam's like, look, you want to be in Guam? 7.5% of your revenue needs to be invested in Guamanian content over here. And all of a sudden at 7 point, let's just say the United States, like, listen, we are 50% of your market, whatever it is. So 50% of your revenue needs to be built. Like, what an insane ask. That is crazy.
I think the only solution to this really is to have America kind of take a stand, because we have the like market power to do it. And I don't know what it is. Like just like ban them or like the entire country, I guess, or sanction them or something like that.
Wouldn't it be great if these platforms did exactly what you just said, and they're like, no,
Yeah,
absolutely not.
we're just not going to operate in Australia anymore.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Right. How about you guys just go make your own streaming service and have Crocodile 1, 2, and Crocodile Dundee 1, 2, and 3 just run 365? That'd be great. You guys can do that. That'd be awesome. Anyways, and we see this line of thought all the time over here. This statement right here. We have Australian content requirements on free-to-air television and pay television, but until now, there's been no guarantee that we can see our own stories here. Like, how much have we seen that over the last 5-6 years? This my story, our history.
You know what's stupid about all of this is this is like an inability of people to actually, for as empathetic as these people say they are, it's their inability to actually connect with characters that aren't literally them, which is really fucking annoying.
Yeah, well, and you're 100% right. They're not willing to see other cultures. They just want to see their own and live in their bubble. And 7.5% of the revenue of these platforms. What that is, and hold on, let's just do some math. Disney Plus revenue, okay? Disney Plus revenue, and oh my God, are you stinking kidding me? Okay, let's just say Disney Plus. This was to be held down by the Australian government, was to say Disney Plus alone needs to generate needs to have 7.5% of their revenue added. Blabs, I'm going to need you to bust out the calculator here. Okay. What is, and this, by the way, here we go. For the full fiscal year of 2024, Disney Plus revenue, this should be easy math, was $10.4 billion. So they're saying that $750 million needs to be invested into Australian content. That seems crazy to me. That seems like a crazy, and that's not even like including all the other platforms. Netflix revenue was $43 billion. That's crazy. So they're asking for what, $2.5 billion, $3 billion to be invested into Australian content? What?
Listen, if they wanted people to invest in Australian content, what they should do is they should set up some tax incentives and some for these companies to come and film in Australia and create stuff in Australia. If they really want it, they should have like a program that does that. Like, oh, if you come here and you come to Australia and you do some Australian-based content, then we'll give you a cut of your fees or whatever, and then that would encourage people to go over there, or several other things that they could do like along those lines. But forcing people to do it is really that's ridiculous.
Yeah. I the idea of a government coming in and saying, well, you need to invest if you want to be here. You like how authoritarian and bully, like people talking about bully. My God, 7.5% of all of your revenue needs to be spent in Australia. My gosh, what a joke. Anyways, all right. Well, there you go. That's little Australia just going into the authoritarian rule over there. Ugh. Commodore fan came in with the 5, says these women have themselves to blame for too high standards, third wave feminism, thinking they're 10 when they're not, entitlement, etc. Plenty of us normal men out there are willing to accept their flaws if they would take the stick out of their butts. Stop the BS. Thank you, Commodore fan. Appreciate that.
Was that a direct?
That was a direct donation, yes.
Okay.
And 90 Dragoons came in with the 15. Good to see you, 90 Dragoons. It says, I don't care if the government enforces ID for internet access. All the info they could take from you is already collected by your internet service provider and then sold to whoever wants to include including government. Only security pros are private already. Thank you, 90 Dragoons. Appreciate that.
I have to play some boobs.
We do, as Sir Neoff Strife came in with the $50 super chat. The great to see us, Sir Neoff Strife. Says, I feel maybe I am a little weird. I met a longtime friend through online, but maybe that cause I'm coming from MMO games and online gaming. I think people only online, just social media is bad because no connections or interactions, right? Look, I think that, thank you very much for your insane support there, Sir Neoff Strife. Genuinely appreciate it. And you bring up a good point. Like, I think there certainly is, the world has shifted, right? Online interaction isn't seen as weird as it was 20, 25 years ago, right? And I made a ton of friends, right? But going back to this event we had in Atlanta over at DreamHack this past weekend, the one thing I heard over and over again from so many people was, thank you for putting this together. And for those who don't know, we had a meet and greet that we hosted with Rumble, and a lot of the Rumble creators were out there, and they were meeting each other in person for the first time. And having that face-to-face interaction allowed them to do a number of different things. talk through some issues or some beefs they may have had, connect with somebody they've never met in person, connect with a new person they've never met before. And having that face-to-face interaction is beyond paramount and by far the best way to interact with folks. But yeah, good times. All right, let's go and move on. But first, Blabs, why don't you get to a couple supers?
Yep. Okay. Spencer the Frostback for 10 says, I know it won't surprise anyone, but all broadcasters in Canada are required to feature 30% Canadian content. That law has been on the books for decades.
Yeah.
Over on Kick, I gotta shout this out. Aramis sent 10 kicks, I guess kick bits. I don't really know what they are. And then he sent another one somewhere else. Yeah, 50 and with a skull emoji. So I don't know how much that is, but thank you very much, Aramis over on Kick. Ref Lugubikin for 10. One issue with the censorship discussion is people like Smash JT strawmanning people like Razor and Kongman Lee. Lee just said he doesn't want 10-year-olds washing corn, but JT says he's woke. Thank you for that. Laguna Cloud for 10 says, we already have the data. Jonathan Haidt got it in his book, The Anxious Generation. Zimmer for 10 says, Leaf, what are the odds you can get your mom on the show? She's a VTuber too. Be nice to see her interact with everyone here.
She works during this time, so.
Yes, that's a no. But we'd love to have her anyway.
Oh, yeah,
Hippie for 20 says, Blue Sky not being banned is troubling because it's a cesspool of leftist filth. It's an echo chamber for liberals, so not banning it is troubling. I see what you're saying. I do agree, but I also just think it's so tiny in Australia that nobody really uses it. How many people use it in America, right? It's not that big. So maybe that's why they admit it, but I do agree with your point as well. Voiton for 10 says, ever get the feeling Australia is ran like a prison?
Hey, real quick, Blabs, just a curiosity. How many people do you think are using Blue Sky? And this is worldwide.
Worldwide?
Mm-hmm.
Probably like 20 million.
Leaflet, any thoughts?
I have no idea.
Almost 40 million people worldwide.
Is it accounts though? Is that how many accounts there are, or how many?
Yeah, how many burners are that with like one person where you've got like 10 accounts?
How many bots are that? You know, like.
Well, to put that in perspective, I know Rumble has 51 million users on it, so Blue Sky is catching up. So,
wow.
Yeah, interesting.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. What else, Blabs?
All right. Let me get this one real fast. So for some reason over on Rumble, I'm not able to see any of B. Barrett's Rumble rants, and apparently he's been sending them. So B. Barrett for 2 says, Blabs, any first impressions on the Turf audiobook that came out today? I really don't have any because I haven't listened to it except for little experts, and what I heard was pretty decent. I can get some of the smaller ones real fast. John for 5 says, I haven't had a chance to review it, but Clownfish TV had a video about a bill in Congress to ban all VPNs. World of Gaming for 1 says, test. Let me get to these guys. Cole says, Craig, go vote. Prop 15 and 16 are super important.
I'll look into it.
Better vote. Bu Skip for 5 says, I see leaflet and I'd freaking donate.
Well, thanks.
Good. Jared for 1 says, I may be single and alone by choice, and that's completely okay. The best thing you can do is not to rush into a relationship unless you see yourself being with them for the rest of your life. I also agree with that. Cody for 5 says, it's funny that Beyonce did a Levi's jeans commercial in response to Sydney Sweeney, but the Charlie Kirk situation buried her attempt in social media. Guy for 10 says, Tylenol Americans. Anthony for 10 says, base leaflet, we all cried when the drill pierced the heavens.
Dude, for real, man. That was crazy.
Okay. Joey for Jiggly saying for 5 says, Jim wasn't the only one who died yesterday. I died too. I was only 46 years old too. What a shame. Rip. Joey for 10 says, let me guess, she had multiple opportunities to be happy in a serious relationship, but because she's so stupid and insecure, she had a friend zoned every single guy that has tried to hit close to her. You'd have to ask the bipolar woman that one.
Yeah. Any other 10s or higher before we move on to our next one?
Now.
Okay, we'll get to the rest of your supers here in just a minute, guys. And throughout the show, thank you guys very much for your support and allowing us to do the show Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Central Time with you guys. I did see I Am Warwolf just came in with the $20
Yep.
super chat. It says, the problem with the trad cuck Corn is that they have Islamic definition of corn to include all anime, manga, video games, etc. Next to be banned will be violent content. So if that's the case, let's ban the Bible for violence. Thank you, I Am Warwolf. Appreciate that. That is a very... that is such an interesting conversation, the idea of where the line is, because the line for inappropriate content is different for literally everybody. But there is kind of a universal standard for a lot of that stuff, but it always comes down to the squeakiest wheel is the one that's heard, right? So, yeah, it's nuts. All right. Look, ladies, I have to really own up to something. And I think it's important that I let you know that I was wrong. I was very wrong. And I want to share and confess to everybody today about how wrong I was. Now, Blabs, you would say it's a day ending in Y. And I would,
yes.
I would say I definitely agree. Leaflet, and I'm about to apologize to you and everybody else.
Only Leaflet.
Only Leaflet, because I know Leaflet is the only one who comes to me when it comes to video game sales console predictions. Now, before the Switch 2 came out, my thought was that it wasn't different enough to warrant moms going out and buying the Switch 2. That was just something that I felt. I had seen some people saying, the price of the Switch 1 is much less than the Switch 2. It plays the same games. I'll just buy the Switch 1. And my thought was that the Switch 2 would start off strong and then kind of level off because people would see the side-by-side comparison. Well, that, my friends, has been blatantly, patently incorrect. And I was wrong. I don't apologize for it. I do not apologize for predictions. But this coming from Wario64, that Nintendo has revisited and revised the Nintendo Switch 2 sales forecast, upping it from 15 million units to 19 million units. They're expecting to sell 26% more than they thought they were going to sell at this point.
You know what's crazy about that, though, is it's actually really easy to get one. Like, I just saw stacks of them over at Costco. So maybe they're just logistically better. Because, like the PlayStation was really hard to get for, like, a really long time, right? Like, the new PlayStation 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, like, I don't know. Just seems kind of weird. Like, there's a lot of factors that could go into it, but it looked like to me that, like, the Switch wasn't selling that much.
Well, I think you nailed it. I think the availability of the Switch 2 has if it's there, people will buy it. And everyone was expecting, including me, for them to have not a lot. And that's actually, I went in saying I was not going to buy a Switch 2. And sure enough, my wife was at Target and she goes, "Hey, they have a Switch 2. Should I get it?" And I was like, "Well, I don't know. Next time we're going to have an opportunity to do this," which turns out to be like the next day and the next day and every day after that because it's widely available. So I ended up picking up a Switch 2. Now, it has been a good investment because we've used it several times for several different events here. But with that said, I did not anticipate getting one. So I said this over on X, right? I said, this is not the first time I was wrong and won't be the last, but I was really wrong about the Switch 2. But I think the biggest thing with this, when you see Nintendo upping their forecast numbers from 15 million to 19 million, going up 26%. I know we love talking video game numbers here on the show, but the biggest thing that people should take out of this, because I am never wrong, is that this is the last major console innovation for Nintendo. And from here on out, you should expect a Switch 3, a Switch 4, a Switch 5, a Switch 6. Nintendo feels like they perfected the video game console with the Switch. And I don't foresee any major changes anytime soon for Nintendo's home video game consoles.
hasn't Nintendo's strength always been their handheld consoles? Like
Glad you,
that's
I'm
what they
glad you
were.
brought- yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go finish your thought.
I was just saying they've always been killing it with that, like in terms of, like they've always been underpowered, outgunned in terms of graphical quality, but they always had that handheld division that like nobody could touch them in, right? Like none of the other like consoles were even close to like the Nintendo ones.
I'm glad you brought that up because I have this list of the best selling video game consoles of all time right here. And you will see that the number one video game console for Nintendo is the Nintendo Switch. But is the Nintendo DS. But look who's literally right behind it here. You can see the DS here in second place all time behind the PlayStation 2, but the Switch still active. Look at the difference between units sold. The Switch is going to pass the DS probably by Christmas, and the Switch will become the second most sold console of all time. But yeah, you mentioned the handhelds for Nintendo, the DS, the Game Boy and Game Boy Color here, and the Game Boy Advance. I mean, you're right. And they have what Nintendo has done with the Switch is they have done everything they want. You have a handheld, you have a console, you have something you can play in your living room and on the go. And that is, and on top of that, you have Nintendo games. Like that's the biggest thing of all this. So
The funny thing is, it's not even like the first like console to conceptually do that. Like, do you remember the Nomad?
yeah, yep, the good old Nomad. Ugh. I'm just curious to see if the Nomad made this list. The Nomad, let's find out. No, the Nomad did not make this list, unfortunately. But yeah, the Switch will become the number one selling video game console of all time. It will pass the PlayStation 2 in time. Probably by the tail end of 2026, I would imagine. That will and that'll be a big day. Now, the Switch 2, though, it's currently, it says 10.6 million, and it goes back to the original numbers. It was going to be like, what, 19 million they're looking to sell by the end of the year or whatever it was, by March or whatever it is. Like, that's going to move it up past the Wii U already, right behind the GameCube, and even the original Xbox. Wow, that is crazy. So, yeah, man, I was wrong. You were right. I was dumb. You were smart. I'm ugly. You're attractive. Okay, I get it. I was wrong. And I'm okay with that.
I got that timestamp for you, Sam.
Thank you. I think it's all needs to be established right here.
I'm dumb. You know the opposite when your boyfriend's trying to cheer you up, you're like, I am big, say it after me, and Craig's like, I'm just dumb.
Wait,
You guys
what?
never had that whole thing where the boyfriends try to cheer up their girlfriends, or like the memes on the internet, just like, repeat after me, I am big. And they're like, I am big. And like, I am brave. You guys never seen those memes?
Mm.
All right, forget it. You've never seen the meme before where you have to repeat after the boyfriend, or like the dad to the little girl and everything like that? No? Forget it. It's fine. I'm cultured.
All right, listen, Leaflet, I don't know what we're going to do with
Chat
this.
literally says yes!
She's just talking. She's just yelling into the void right now. I don't understand what we're going to do with her. It's crazy. She just starts yelling and saying weird things. She just does it all the time. I'm sorry, Leaflet. I'd like to apologize for Blabs.
I am big and brave.
Okay. She just keeps saying these weird things. It's weird. This is part of her bipolarism over
I
here.
need those meds. Stat.
Get her the meds. All right.
Give me a higher dosage.
100 dosage. All right. So look, I was wrong. And now we can all move on. By the way, we are 4 supers away from our Montez goal today. Let's go and knock that out here. I see that Christmas loving engineer came in with the $20 super chat. Says, missed the first half of the show because I went out to vote. I agree with the other super chats that Prop 15 and 16 in Texas are important to go show up for. I need to do a little more research. Thank you very much on that. Thank you very much, Christmas loving engineer. Prop 15 and 16. I'm literally going to make a note for it right now. Writing it down. Any other supers real quick, Blabs?
Yep. Let's see. Hemlock for 10 says Leaf is clearly attractive.
I'm
I'm just gonna let
telling
you
you,
think about that for a bit.
I love your model. I love it. It's my favorite. It's so good.
Thank you.
I love your little your microphone in front of like in the foreground here. That's so good.
He's eating it.
Sorry, it's so good. We're nerds. And then Alpha Wolf just came in with the $20 super chat. Wow, guys. Says a little late to the stream. Leaflet, I believe in you. The world ain't gonna hold you down. Just dropped fiance off at a trade school. Let's go, Alpha Wolf.
Yay!
Trade school.
Good for your fiance too.
Mm-hmm. Let's go. Any others real quick, Blabs, before we...
Not in the category you're wanting right now. I have some others
great.
to get to.
We'll get to the rest of those here in just a little bit. All right. So, Leaflet, we talk about the insanity here all the time. And just when you think the insanity is starting to slow down a little bit, there's another story like this where you go like, what is happening in California? What is happening in the world? And we saw this get popped off. This went super viral. This is from a relatively unknown Twitter account that has since blown up over the last couple of days. This woman named Tish Hyman of all things. Gross. She says, today he saw me walk into the women's room, followed me in, and called me a bitch. I ran out into the locker room crying and screaming. This is why we can't be quiet, because people need to know what's happening. Thank you to all the men who helped me today.
Wait, what?
Now,
What happened?
have you seen this story, Lisa?
I have not. No.
Well, this took place at a Gold's Gym. And Leaflet, if you would be saying to yourself, what's up with this dude? You would be wrong, Leaflet.
Wrong.
Because this is a woman, Leaflet. This is a woman. Here we go. Let's see the interaction. Let's go see the interaction here.
Not that women like to see dick.
Let's play this one more time.
How are you? Did you tell me or not that women like to see dick?
I'm asking you a fucking question.
Exactly. Get out of the way now. No. Now he knows how to be a man, right? Now he knows how to be a man.
On and said that they're a woman. Wait, what? I'm so confused. What's happening here?
So this guy went into the women's locker room at Gold's Gym here, and he's being confronted by the woman who posted this over on X. He's being confronted, and apparently he allegedly said, well, let me just go let her say it here real fast.
You're not that women like to see dick.
He said to her, women like to see dick in there. But you can see he has the earrings on here, and he's being confronted about this.
Your fucking question.
Exactly. Get out of the way now. No. Now he knows how to be a man, right? Now he knows how to be a man. Stay out of the women's locker room. We don't want it. He needs to have his gym membership revoked for that shit. And the woman told you. He assaulted me. The girl told already. We already filed reports. No.
That's fine. I want the video.
You can't get rid of me for this. I'm a woman and I have every right to not want a man in the restroom when I'm naked. There are girls naked in there. Look at them walking in there like it's okay. It's not okay.
I understand.
I'm not causing.
Okay, so you can see the situation where there's literally a grown man, looks like a man. You see this guy on the side of the street. That's it. Listen, I'm with you on this, Leaflet. Your face says it all.
She's like that way, the poo meme that just floats away.
So, as women, I would love to hear your thoughts on if this guy showed up.
Do you remember when people were saying like, but that never happens? What are you talking about? Never, ever happens. You mean a guy is going to like
have a fetish?
Is going to self-identify like the next morning and then use it as a chance to like look at naked women? No way. You're being transphobic. How could you say that?
Mm-hmm. Dude has a sick fetish and he's just parading it in front of everyone and going, ha ha, you can't do anything about it.
So there's more layers to this, which are very intriguing, but you can see, we'll get to this a little bit more. This was the same lady, Tish Hyman over here. After this all happened, she went out in the lobby and she let everybody know.
Gold's Gym! Men! Grown men with big dicks in the women's locker room! kicked out, and I want to make sure the girls know. The fuck?
It's like that meme with like the guy standing up in the room and saying the thing that like no one else wants to say.
This needed to be said years ago.
Yep.
Years ago. And this
Can
is
we
how you
bring
avoid
back
it.
castration for guys like this
In Minecraft?
who just have the sick fetish and want to harass and like women and children?
Hold on, Blabs. Hold
Mhm.
on. How dare you? How dare you say that this guy is a guy? All
I
right?
volunteer.
This is apparently the guy. By the way,
Devils.
been arrested for drug trafficking in the past.
Yikes.
So there's that. And how dare you,
Mhm.
Blabs,
Ah.
say that this guy right here, who is in the picture,
Mhm.
how dare you say that he's a guy?
Yeah,
How-
no, that's a dude.
Oh. Wait.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that's
Oh.
a dude. That's a gym bro.
How dare you, Blabs?
That's a dude.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You said this was in California?
Yeah, out in LA. Beverly
And
Senate. Yep.
You telling me that the state that allows this is the same state that doesn't let like women carry guns? That's crazy. That's crazy.
So the irony of all this is that she was the one who had her membership revoked.
That's crazy.
She was the one who was the bad person here. But there's another layer to this, which I find just extremely ironic here. And I'm going to let her tell you what that is, as she was in her car after this thing happened, because I think it's very important in the Oppression Olympics where this all stands. So here we go. Let's listen to what she has to say in a second.
Experience ever at the gym, at Gold's Gym, and I think this is probably happening at gyms across America, where like trans women are going into the women's locker room and not really caring about how women feel about it. And it's really hurtful, yo. Like, how you gonna say you want to be a woman or that you are a woman, but you don't give a fuck how women feel? Today I was naked in the locker room. I turn around and there's a man there in boy clothes, lip gloss, standing there looking at me. I'm butt naked. So the first thing I think is maybe there's a worker in here. Maybe I missed the sign. I say the word sir to say, sir, what are you doing in here? He goes, don't fucking talk to me. I'm a woman. I have a right to be in here. Immediately, I'm fucking pissed because I'm butt naked. I feel violated. I feel like weird. Like, I don't want to deal with this, right? So the girls are walking in and they're seeing the commotion and they actually chime in and say, yo, I don't know why he's in here. He's not supposed to be in here. And then I talk to the people that work at Gold's Gym and they don't really have anything to do. They just like, oh, we can file a report about it, incident report. What the fuck is going on? Like, listen, how can you say you're a woman or you want to be a woman and you don't care how women feel?
We'd love to hear your thoughts on that, because there's a little bit more here, but we'll stop there for a second.
I'm just wondering why the chat is saying she brought this on herself and that she probably voted for this. How do you know what she or voted for or did not vote for? That's regardless. It doesn't make any like point to this. This is what she's talking about now.
No. There is something to that, but
how do you know what she voted for?
Okay, look, people, Blabs, welcome to the internet. People make assumptions, right? This is California, right? We get it, right? But there is something to that, and let's just play that hypothetical out for a second. Let's just say hypothetically, she did vote for this candidate who endorsed this, who said, hey, whatever, right? And now you are seeing the actions of your vote or the results of your action here. Like, just strictly hypothetical. We're not saying she did or she did not, right? But this goes back to the power of your vote, right? If you are voting on a certain candidate that says that all this is fine, well, then you are enabling this to happen to you. And now she is seeing that hypothetically, right? We don't know that. She could be completely against it. And you notice at the beginning of that, she did say trans women, right? She used the air quotes, right? And I think she's just
air quotes. Though.
Right. So let's just play it out. Like, it's the internet. People speak in hypotheticals all the time. I don't think that's really unfair, but either way, Leaflet, your thoughts on like, how can you be a woman but not stand up for women?
Well, there's like two different things here. On the first thing is, oh, she gone.
No, she's here. She's okay.
Oh.
She'll be back. I'm listening.
The first thing is, I don't even think these people are actually trans, to be honest. I think a lot of these people are just abusing. This is the issue, really, is that people don't understand human nature when they create these situations. Like, oh, well, we need to be really sympathetic towards trans people, but then they don't understand that, like, people, like, human nature is to abuse the rules. So, like, you have to make things as airtight as possible because there's gonna be fucking psychos that are going to abuse those rules. And going into the second thing that I was gonna say is that if you are a weird person, you have to try to not impose as much as possible on society. And that's like kind of like a hot take that I have. Like, I think that no matter what level of weird, and this isn't just trans stuff, it's like no matter what level of weird you are, you have to understand that society exists, that you live in a society, and that it's your responsibility. If you in turn want people to be tolerant of you, you have to be tolerant of society itself and try your best not to like inject yourself in society in a way that wrecking balls the whole thing. And this is like a case of that, basically.
Ooh, preach. Love that, man. That was great. If you like, this goes back to the whole idea for me of you expect me to be tolerant of you when you're not tolerant of yourself, or you expect me to accept you expect me to accept you when you can't accept your own self. That's
think of it this way, right? Like, say you are a trans person and you like straight up look like a dude, right? Do you not think that's going to cause chaos for you walking into like a women's locker room? Of course it's going to.
Wait, so
it's a
you
complete
mean
disregard of like any
this?
sort of exactly.
Right.
It's a complete disregard of other people, basically, is what I'm saying.
It's the gaslighting is legit. And the guy being like, yo, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, why, don't you talk to me? Like, the gaslighting is insane. But let's just go ahead and play this out because there is still another minute of this, which the Uno reversal flip card gets played. Because this is honestly pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Let's go play this out here. See what she has to say.
That's nothing more manly than not giving a fuck about how women feel, I'd like to think. And I get it, like, everybody has their own things, and I don't want to say that I know everything about gay rights or trans rights. I'm a lesbian. I've been a lesbian my whole life. I treat people how I want to be treated regardless of whatever their sexual orientation is or whatever they decide. So I'm not transphobic and I'm not homophobic. I'm not straightphobic. I'm not racist.
That's a new phrase, by the way, straightphobic.
I like that. That's funny.
Straightphobic.
That's funny as hell.
Maybe we start. We need to bring that up on X. You straightphobic. Love it. But the interesting card played there is she is a black lesbian here. And well, we'll finish up this thought in here a second.
None of these things. I just believe in treating people how I want to be treated. Why do you guys think it's okay for men to be in the women's restroom? And
by the way, at this point, she is a right-wing radical extremist.
True. Literally J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, she like. Do you know how many people, Blabs, died from her just saying that?
Oh, probably like 20.
It's crazy.
Like, when is the cutoff point? Is it like, oh, you cut off your penis, you can come in here? Why aren't women making the laws? And if you really want to fucking be safe and feel good, why don't we just make trans restrooms? Because it ain't right. The way I feel right now. And don't come into my comments about he gay, he ain't looking at you. I don't give a fuck, bro. It's about a feeling, yo. Like, if you never been a little girl who been touched or been through some shit, you won't understand that feeling. And you've never been a little girl.
Yo, it's really simple.
The end.
I'm gonna break this down. This is really, really simple. Basically, there's a difference between sexes, and when women go to the locker room to go change, they just don't want to see a dick. Basically, it's just that simple. It's like it's not complicated.
Is that it? Is that really
Yeah,
all?
that's all? Yeah.
It's crazy.
We're not there to go and look at dicks. We're literally just there to get changed, use the bathroom, whatever it is, and go about our day.
Wait, what?
I know
You're
it's not
Fucking
like some
crazy, right?
prostitution place.
Hold on. When you go to change, you don't want a big old schlonger right next to you?
No, I'm good.
Oh.
Why didn't we say something before?
If only you would open your mouth earlier.
I'm sure that's what that guy wanted.
Hey, nice. I teed you up there, didn't I, Blabs? Nice. But here is the thing about this, which I find absolutely amazing, is that in this situation of where this black lesbian has been banned from Gold's Gym, in the hierarchy of the oppression Olympics, we have learned through this experiment that the white male trans woman is actually higher on the hierarchy of the black lesbian.
That's
here.
always been the case, though. I'm
This
an
is-
expert in the hierarchy.
Oh yeah, can you tell me more?
Yeah.
What is the power ranking?
I'm a veteran of Tumblr of the back in the day, because like my brother was into Tumblr, so yeah.
Who is the most oppressed out of them all?
Trans people.
But specifically, is it a black trans person? Is it a white trans person? Like,
Well, it's a compounding factor, right? So it's like the trans buff is like so high that it overrides the black buff and the lesbian buff. So it's like you have it's basically stacking buffs, right? And this is how people would fight on Tumblr. Like I'll give you a little bit of insight if you're like,
sure, please.
I've never been on those places. The way it works is, say that they have an argument, right? Like even if it's not even about like sexual stuff, say it's like about like art. They have an argument about art.
All right, yeah.
The way it starts by them casting their buffs, right? So they're like, well, you know, they size each other up. Well, you know, these are my pronouns. This is my, you know, like I'm like this % Native American, person of color. I have these mental disabilities, and they basically like buff on top of each other, like over and over again, until like one person goes, well, how can you tell me anything, because I'm more oppressed than you? That's how they fight, basically. And it's been that way since like 2016.
Yeah, the total oppression Olympics, which is spectacular. So, but now from a public facing perspective, publicly now we know, like it may have been confined to the Tumblr world, but it's great to finally know that I can walk into anywhere and be the most oppressed if I feel like it.
This might be kind of a hot take, but I feel like this is actually related. So in a lot of these communities, and I'll give you an example. This is like a real example of something that happened. My brother got into an argument with somebody, and he said, how can they even argue with me? I'm gay and I'm not white.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, and I remember thinking, like, what does that have anything to do with anything? Right. But then, you know, I started to learn a little bit like about the way it works with them, right? No. Imagine yourself, right, for a second. You're a white guy or you're a white woman. It's mostly women. So it's like, say you're a white woman, right?
Got it. Sounds good. I'm now a woman, yeah.
And now there are like people of color in your community or gay people in your community, right? You're going to lose every argument. You're going to be devalued. You're going to be invited last to everything unless you say you're trans. Now, if you say you're trans, now you're at the top. And that's kind of what I mean is like, there is an incentive. There's a societal incentive. So a lot of people will say like, oh, like, why would anybody want to be trans? Well, there's a societal incentive in these circles to actually do that. Because now you're at the top of the hierarchy. Now you have the most powerful buff in the game.
I love the buff video game equivalents that you're throwing out. The metaphors are wonderful. Great. It's amazing to see. And the blowback on Gold's Gym has been swift. And there's talk of a boycott happening. I mean, we'll see kind of what happens there. But they're getting ratioed to hell over on their X account. And once again, it's only X account. It's only X. It's just social media. But you can see, you know, the grind doesn't stop either. There's 2,000 replies and 42 likes over here. But they're just getting ratioed into the ground by everybody who's just pounding on them right here. But yeah, that's the crazy situation today, is that this dude here, who once again, I just want to point out, who was arrested for drug trafficking and served 3 years. This guy is now a woman over here. How? Grant Freeman over here. Wow. Self-IDing as a woman.
These people are breaking the social contract. The thing is these people aren't even trans, to be honest. Like, they're not even really. They're just abusing the system. It's so fucking obvious.
It's a fetish.
Look at this domestic violence over here. Like this guy is a this guy has a track record here. Unbelievable. Yeah, that's crazy.
The funny thing is, in their empathy for these people, they are actually hurting the actual LGBT and like actual trans people. They're hurting it in their empathy for these fucking psychos, and it's unreal. Like it's so ridiculous.
Where their empathy is being used against them. We've seen this. This is a tale as old as time when it comes to this. Well, we'll see if Gold's Gym responds. They also have their DMs open, which I'm sure is a fatal mistake in this situation. Should probably close that off. Just throwing it out there, Gold's Gym. A little help for you on the back end. So
the problem is whether they it's a little bit better nowadays, right? Because there's a little bit more pushback societally. But what do you even do? If you're Gold's Gym, what do you even do? Do you say like, well, this person, we've made a determination that they're not trans, and like what do you do? Like can you say that? Because then everyone's gonna pile on you, right? It's like to be honest, I don't want to like shill for these companies, but it's like I don't really envy them like in these cases. Like they kind of put themselves into like a fucking corner, right? Yeah. Or now you have people who are reasonable on one side and then the screaming psychos on the other side, and it's like you just got to pick who you appeal to, and that's just how it is. You can't have both.
They did it to themselves, they did, and that's what a mess. Truly a mess. All right, let's go ahead and move on. But first, we have some supers, Blabs, and I believe we did hit our Montez goal, which we'll get to in just a second. What do we got, Blabs?
All right, so real fast, we gotta play some boobs.
Woo!
Because over on Rumble, I'm gonna say his full name, A12Cat34Dog for $50 says, "Thank you for last Saturday. What a great time! It was a pleasure getting a chance to meet you and everyone. So thank you very much, Cat Dog."
Cat Dog, stud, one of the most enthusiastic guys I met over the weekend, and on fire, man. Thank you very much, Cat Dog. Pleasure. Make sure you guys go check out Cat Dog's channel. Great dude. Thank you very much for the kind words and support.
Marlin for 10 says, wood chipper castration doesn't solve it. They'll still offend in other ways. So put the entire body in the wood chipper then. Hemlock for 10 says, Montez, I need a transcendent enlightened style Montez one day. Let me get to
speaking of Montez, let's go and get it. Hey, Leaflet, do you want Street Fighter? You want Mortal Kombat, Super Mario, Mike Tyson, Duck Hunt, Dustborn, or Tetris?
Wasn't there an Uma Musume one?
There was. I don't have it ready to go though. Sorry.
Duck Hunt.
Duck Hunt sounds good. Let's do a little. Where are you? There you are.
Bitch. Montez!
Let's go, guys. Thank you very much. Thanks so much for letting us hit our Montez goal today. Love to see that. Let's see if we can do a rapid fire one. I'm gonna do mega rapid fire down to the bottom, and we'll do 5 and up. And let's see if we can finish up the show strong here. Finish up with the second Montez, as we only have about 20 minutes left. Blabs, fire away. What do we got?
Planet Shan Chan rated on Rumble, so thank you very much for the raid.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
Bot Chad for 10 says, women have the cup check pass if they see this happen in prison. Oh, in person. I was going to say, what? In person. Let me hit it. Laguna Cloud for 20 says, I fully understand the standpoint theory. An expert in a field's positionality has better insight in a field. Like you, Craig, are an expert of media. These people are hijacking that to make themselves experts. Sunderstiller for 10 says, this sounds like a very confused and sad woman who's trying to reconcile her views and can't. And that aggravates her, understandably so. I wish her nothing but good in her future.
You're talking about the lady who is going through all this. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think this is, once again, you're seeing
She was violated. That's rough.
in a major way. But like I said, ultimately, I think maybe the way potentially
Sue,
the way she voted could have potentially led to a situation like this, you know?
And I think I'm caught up for all the larger ones. If you want me to start hitting up the smaller ones.
We'll get to those in a minute. I want to get to PoopGate here.
What a sentence.
I do want to get to PoopGate. Nobody else on the internet is using that phrase, but I'm using it today. The
Very high IQ.
Yes. Look, the more I can say poop on a show, the better, Blabs. It's been well established.
Okay.
You say that like you're not shocked.
No.
Leaflet, your thoughts on Tyler Oliveira?
I like his stuff. Good stuff.
I agree. Blabs, you ever seen any of Tyler Oliveira's content before?
I can't say that I have, unless I just don't know his name.
Okay, well, a little bit of background here. Tyler Oliveira has 8 million subscribers over on YouTube. This guy has been very successful. He does like regular documentaries, I would say. Every single week he releases a new documentary. And some of them are controversial. Sometimes they're not. He coins them as investigations here. Right?
You know what's funny is there's this one thumbnail on my channel that always gets me in trouble, and people always like say like, wow, see, Leaflet's like such a racist. And it's literally, I took one of Tyler, because I was reacting to a Tyler Oliveira video, and I literally took that same thumbnail and we did like the the thumbnail test where you test like 3 different thumbnails.
Yep.
And we just put 3 different faces on it. And people have been using that forever to say that I'm turbo racist. It's the one with the black guy in chains.
How many? Oh boy, how many? Question: how many views does it have? Does that video have?
That video. Oh, I'll get back to you on that.
Okay,
I'll go look right now.
Because I kind of want to see it. I kind of want to see it. Anyways, Tyler Oliveira, he does some really good content. Now he does his investigations on things that you may notice in society, but don't necessarily think about, if that makes sense. And a couple days ago, he posted a video, a preview that just said it's a minute-long video, Blabs, that says inside India's poop throwing festival.
Oh, no.
Which I'll just go and play this for everybody. And you can see he is surrounded by a number of Indian men here, Blabs. Hubba hubba, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
Is this like cow shit or human shit?
It is indeed cow poo-poo. Let's go check this out.
A little bit better than human poop.
Is it? Because watch what happens.
I'm sinking.
Look around, all the grown-ass men literally covered in shit. Literally covered in shit. These grown-ass men playing in it like it's fucking dirt outside. Sorry.
Why?
Dude, I've been covered in cow shit before. I don't recommend it. No.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, it happens sometimes.
No, it doesn't, actually. Why
I mean,
would
yes, at work. It literally happens sometimes.
We'll come back to that
Farm
story
things,
another time.
farm things,
Yeah,
probably.
we'll come back. We'll come back to that story another time.
Die today. I'm gonna die today. They're gonna kill me. They're gonna kill me. Spare me. No good. Don't kill me. Spare me. They're sparing me. They're pacifists. Oh, so much shit. So much shit. We keep pushing. We keep pushing.
Look at this guy with big old bunch of poop on his
Holy
head.
shit.
Yeah, literally, Leaflet.
Literally.
He's just walking through in a hazmat outfit and goggles, and I have so many questions about this, but I'm intrigued by what's happening here. I guess why this exists, but let's go and continue.
I am the one who shits. Oh my goodness.
As he just gets pelted. pelted on the side of his face by caca.
We got ourselves a real journalist here, though. The real deal.
Right. He's literally in it. He's in it.
He's in the shit.
He's truly in the poo-poo right here.
He's in the thick of it.
What's that?
He's in the thick of it.
He very much is. Yes. Yeah. Don't let him ever tell you that he's not right here. This guy, speaking of being in it, look at these guys all over his face.
Disgusting.
Oh my God. Just literally caped all over their hands. Just ugh.
I'm sinking. Look out.
This is what hell looks
No!
This is like an enjoyable afternoon for these guys here, Blabs. They're just all hanging out. All right, let's go finish this up.
I gotta get out of here.
I gotta get out of here. Help. Yikes.
So he posted that clip, and that has about 5 million views on it over on X. And he posted that as a preview for an upcoming episode that he's doing. 5 million views. And wouldn't you know it, he is now being branded racist. And
my favorite.
For doing here. After filming Indians Village messy poop throwing fight over here. Young cat, 25 years old, inside India's poop throwing festival over here, and says the video taken at the Gorahaba festival, in which villagers hurl dried cow dung at each other as part of a post-Diwali Hindu tradition, was criticized for ignoring the significance of the smelly stunt. I mean, maybe it's just me. And Blabs, as you said, you have been actually covered in the poop before.
Well, yeah, it does happen sometimes.
Did you ever just take it off you and decide to throw it at somebody else because it's funny?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. And it was like fresh right out of the ass. No, you don't know. No. It's not very fun. It's not very pleasant, and it smells horrific.
Well,
but I gotta wonder, if they're saying it's dry, then you would think it wouldn't be as bad of smelling if it was dried out. That doesn't look very dry to me. That looks pretty wet, you know? I think they got it wrong.
I'm with you, Leaflet. Where do they get all this from? And maybe we'll learn about this
The
in
cows,
time.
because like the cows are sacred for the Hindus, so they never eat them. So they probably have a fuck ton of cows.
But did they like save the poop over the year?
Yeah,
Like,
you will be surprised how much a bunch of cows will make shit in like 2 days, dude.
So it's not even fresh poop. That's like fermented.
Yeah, you scoop. They probably pickled. Well, in certain barns, they have like poop collecting, basically, where like it shits down into like the sewers. Basically, it's all collected, and they use it for like manure. They use manure for like the fields and stuff.
Yeah.
For nutrients and stuff. So it's probably what they do. They just probably all collect it. Tech.
Yeah. Well, you can see the pictures of this on the New York Post article here. This is like just watching this, looking at this from afar, is the fact they're all like, yay, is like disgusting. This kid running up, this guy over here ready to look at this poor guy picking up a boulder of poop, ready to pelt this little kid.
That's disgusting.
This guy literally throwing just poop all over the place. Cow poop over here. Well, look, people are not happy. They are not happy about this, especially this Indian guy says, why do you have to come to India and then record a video of a cow dung festival by going to the middle of the event and then cry like a loser? You shitty fellow. You can record poop in Western countries, plenty of streets in California, human poop. You can have a record in your countries, make videos. To which he actually responded with, I've filmed in many of those cities. Don't be mad, bro.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, why is it exclusive? Why can he only film the ones in America?
Yep. Now, this guy doesn't have a whole lot of traction here, but it says Tyler Oliveira enters India pretending to be a vlogger, only hunts for the dirtiest corner chicken markets, garage dumps, and now some little garbage. He's not here to explore. He's here to defame. It's hard to believe this isn't part of a planned smear campaign right here.
Wait, what?
It was indeed a smear campaign.
It really was.
He participated in the smear campaign.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God. We have this as, and by the way, look at the wonderful flag over here. Nice.
And it apparently hurts when he pees. Probably should get that checked out.
Yes. The festival is celebrated by one village in India with a population of a few thousand. Considering the population of India, that would be a village with less than 500 residents in the U.S. By the way, his name is Tyler Oliveira, and he's known for spreading racism and misinformation right here.
How? All I did was film a thing. How is there like misinformation or anything there? It's like just him there.
Yeah.
He doesn't say anything except "get me out."
You're not supposed to know this. You know, don't look at the thing that is happening. Don't tell anyone about it.
Well, this kind of has the same effect of the libs of TikTok, where they're like, "Look, we're just showing you what's being posted," and then people are like, "You're a bigot," and it's like, "No, we're just literally reposting your videos. That's all." And
the thing is even if he is critical, I mean, they're critical all the time of American culture. Why can't we be critical of other people's cultures? I just don't understand.
Because it's racist.
That's right. Well, this person here, who is a big designer and entrepreneur and a proud Hindi, who is there for ready to says busting history myths over here, says, good. You focus on creating AI poop videos while Indians file patents, distinguish themselves in academia, open cutting-edge startups, and become multimillionaires. Did that look fake to you? I mean, it did look kind of fake, but I mean, just the fact, the idea that it's even exists.
Everything has to be fake now. Everything has to be AI if you just don't believe it. Like, oh, that's AI. Oh, that's AI. Well, it's just some stupid low IQ response.
The stupid thing is this is easy to prove, right? I mean, you just look up if that festival exists.
Exactly.
And if that festival exists, then, well, I mean, and, right? Like, it's easy to prove.
He went in and he posted, says, after participating in India's poop throwing festival, I spent $5,000 on tests for countless diseases. If you don't see the full poop documented in the next 7 days, chances are I'm dead. This person says, India's YouTube's second largest market and is poised to become Google's most important market in the coming years. If GOI cannot leverage this position to direct Neil Mahan and by the way, the CEO of Google from preventing the release of this content made with the only intention to dehumanize and incite more racism against Indians.
Wait, what?
Hold up. I have an idea. If you don't want people in the world to know that there's a poop throwing festival in India, then maybe don't do a poop throwing festival. I'm just saying. Like, it seems like the way to do it.
And how do you come up with this idea that all of a sudden, when you are surrounded by things that can potentially harm you, aka cow shit, with their diseases, bacteria, and everything, how is it that you all of a somehow equate that to being racist, right? Like, take away the fact that there was a bunch of Indians there, right? Just in general, let's be scientific about the cow shit here for a second. It's full of bacteria. You'd want to go and get yourself checked when there's that much being thrown around at you and poor hygiene all around you. It's not that illogical to go and get yourself checked. Like, right? You just eliminate the people there and just take it for what it is. Like, what the fuck? It's fine.
Well, he quote tweeted this lady. He says, you literally doxed me for filming a poop throwing festival. You cannot pressure YouTube into somehow convincing me to not release my documentary. My video should begin a broader conversation of cultural reform. If you're going this far to attack anyone who filmed it, redirect this energy positively rather than trying to censor reality over here. So,
the boss.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like a poop throwing festival. We have people running down hills.
We're not going to one.
You don't want to go to the poop throwing festival, Babs?
No, you're gonna go by yourself on that one.
No, I'm just saying you could make your way there.
Listen, no.
I mean, you've already been covered. I've never been covered in shit.
So why don't you go then?
I was like, you've been covered.
Experience it.
This is a regular occurrence for you, apparently.
No, it's not a regular occurrence. It just happened a couple times. Shit happens.
As you were standing under it, going like, "Come to me."
No, fine. Shall we talk about this? I was at my friend's place. I was helping them, and they have a milking parlor. Does anyone know what a parlor is? It's basically when you go and milk the cow.
Weird.
Hey, fine, I won't share the story. Go on, move on, pivot.
We'll learn about your cow poop story another time, Blabs. Does that sound good?
Whatever, I know the stories. I don't care if you know or not.
All right, go ahead, Blabs. Tell the story.
Okay, you're gonna press all the buttons. So now,
I'm not gonna press the button.
put your hands up. Okay.
Don't shoot.
So anyway, I was in a milking parlor, which is basically where the cows come out to you, and you go and you milk them, and they're kind of like around you, but they're up higher than you, so you don't have to like bend your knees and put the machines on the udders and everything. It's a lot better for the cows, a lot better for you, you know, health-wise and everything. But sometimes when they're facing, you know, a certain direction, and you're trying to put the machines on, the cows will take a big shit, basically on you if you're not like watching your surroundings and see what happens. So yeah, you will get splattered with it if you don't move out of the way in time, because you know cows don't care if you're there or not, and they will shit. It's really it. It's really it.
Real
Bro.
and true.
Really it. Yeah, I've also fallen in like cow shit before. That sucked. I got my boot stuck in like this muck area, and I went boom when I was like 16, and I got covered in mud and shit. Yeah.
Appreciate you sharing that, Blabs. Thank you.
Shit happens.
Sure does.
Shit air does.
Sure does.
Mm.
Okay. Well, that's wonderful.
Cow talk.
Yeah, cow talk. All right, let's go ahead and we do a few more stories, but we'll get to those tomorrow. Let's get to some of your wonderful support.
Oh, hang on. I'm still time-stopping. Okay, we're good.
Hey, by the way, Gen Hemlock says the Leaf deserves another Montez. Let's go. Let's hit that.
Thanks,
Let's
Gan.
go. Let's do it.
All right,
what do
I'm
we got,
going to
Blabs?
start from the ones that I've missed then, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, young stuff for one. Blabino, como esta? I'm Italian. I just grew a bitchin' mustache. Do you approve? Well, no, because you also just told me in Spanish as well. Craig, ever heard Craig Christ by Stephen Lynch? Lastly, I beat Phoenix in Guitar Hero. Maha,
Oh, wow.
Okay. Zyfax for 5 says, aren't anime faces and head structure just flat out actually based on cats? No. Andy Do Flipper for 2 says, Killer Instinct, Mortal Kombat every day. Spartan Bot for 5 says, it's hot because it reminds men of how a woman sounds after a night boot knocking. That deep, raspy voice from overuse. It'd be that simple, sir.
Okay, now we know. I get it.
Lexicon for 5 says, just some dough for leaflet. Top tier guest. Woof Woof Mom for 1 says, Mocha Pot for the win. Makes one of the best cups of coffee I've ever had. I have had most popular machines, pour overs, and French presses. I still love the Mocha Pot the best. Okay. Cthulhu for 2 says, by the way, the correct answers were Medusa, Elizabeth Barthery, Miyamoto Musashi, and Joan of Arc. Thank you very much. Let me get to these. Commodore Fan says, for 5, it makes you wonder how many of those blue sky accounts are just companies and people taking them just so someone doesn't try to impersonate them. TAGN for 1 says, can we celebrate that World of Gaming proposed to Luigi and they want to be a gay couple?
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Our plus chat's very supportive and inclusive. BK for 2 says, you can thank Obama for that locker room debate. Thanks, Obama. Wisp for 1 says, what a surprise that in places women can't defend themselves at range, but bad men are basically allowed to have at them, and good men are punished for helping them. It's almost like it's intended. Hidekai. Hidekai for 5 says, I think we consider the gym women's experience as friendly fire. Jewish as fuck for 5 says, preferential treatment of women is discrimination against men. Men pretending to be women was a logical conclusion to feminism. Shouldn't have let them vote.
On a total side note, as we're going through these things, have y'all followed this story? I don't talk women's soccer a whole lot, but
I've seen that. That's nuts.
Have you seen this leaflet? This player that is playing for this whole thing is just a mess. This is courtesy of the New York Post over here. The National Women's Soccer League must adopt gender standards right here, as they have. This was a player who plays for Angel City, and she's like, "Hey, listen, there's a dude who's going to be on our team," and you may be saying to yourself, "That's not a dude." Oh yeah, that's very much a dude. And anyways, this person here, Barbara Banda, over here is a player that's going to be moving over to this team, and this lady spoke out against it, and she's being labeled a racist, transphobe, the whole thing.
By her own teammates. It's garbage.
It's amazing to see, like truly amazing. So, anyways, sorry.
I hope it just
Let's
gets taken to its logical conclusion where it's all trans players on these teams.
So it's funny. Well, it's funny you mentioned that. This guy named Clay Travis actually has a really funny take on this, which I very much appreciate. Let me pull this up really fast. He's really funny at throwing the shit in their face. Pardon the pun.
A lot of shit today, isn't it?
A lot of shit. He proposed that he had a public offer. He says, "I would like to buy a franchise in your league and move it to Nashville." He said, "All my players will identify as men. It would be extremely transphobic not to sell me a franchise." I think that'd be really funny for him to do, and great stuff. So, right.
Honestly, that would be a good thing. Honestly, if he did that, like actually,
I agree.
And he just bought a team, and like he only got like what do you call it, like trans people basically, or people that identify or whatever the hell, and he just stacked a team fully, like with just, and then you could see the final form basically of like what they're advocating for.
Get to the final form. They all go super sane on everybody.
Yep, exactly.
All right, Blabs, continue.
Okay, Hedekai for 5 says, "I love when Leaf gets locked in on a topic. It increases her attractiveness buff greatly."
Oh, okay.
Oh my. Reese for 1 says, "It's almost like the drug trafficker chose to re-identify to somehow escape his criminal record." Thunderstiller for 5 says, "By the way, I've never seen animated streamer match their voice to the animation so well. Righteous." Sonic the Hedgehog for 2 says, "Sup everyone, just wanted to say hi." Hey. Sean says, "Poop." Thank you.
Okay.
Game Hunter for 10 says, "For the Asmongold Kirsha JRPG leaflet, can I use you as summoning for the game? Also, can I use you for a hidden post-game boss? There's 2 different leaflets from their respective universe."
Yes, hit like at me on X, and I'll give you whatever you need.
Cool. Bentley Guy for 10 says, "After seeing PoopGate, all I can say is there's going to be a lot of pink eye cases and UTIs. Big Pharma is behind this. Hashtag Montez." Marmalin for 10 says, "Sorry, not sorry. Some cultures are inferior. That's just the reality. We've let the term my truth become a reality cop out for criticism. They use cow dung and cow piss all over the place in India." Hemlock for 5 says, "Every party needs a pooper, and that's why we invited you. Party pooper, party pooper." Christmas Loving Engineer says, "I was asked by work if I wanted to visit our office in India. I politely but firmly declined." And Hemlock also sent 2 5s. Thank you very much, with no message whatsoever. And then Game Hunter for 10 says, "Leaflets, how's the book report going for Morning Glory Milking Farm? I'm also writing the script for the untitled Werewolf Asmongold romance visual novel game. It's to ruin the book talk algorithm."
How's it going?
I haven't read it yet.
Oh, okay. So you've been spared. And then Hemlock came in for another 5, says, "Always a blast to see Leaf out here." Super Tom Brother for 5 says, "Did you hear that Rachel Zegler was nominated as Woman of the Year by some magazine nobody reads?" I did see that. Yeah, I did see that. Retards voting for retards. And I think we're caught up with everybody. Nope. Skeptical Luigi for 1 says, "Happy birthday to Phoenix and Spoon Ninja." Well, Spoon Ninja, if it's your birthday, happy birthday.
And happy birthday to Phoenix. It's always great to have Phoenix celebrate another year with us, which is great.
Every day is his birthday.
We did hit a new Montez goal, which is great. Thank you guys very much. Congratulations, Leaflet. Here's number 2.
Bitch! Montez!
All right. Good Wrench came in with the 5, says, "Thank you for having Leaflet on the show. Authenticity is being more difficult to find, but I think there are still good people out there." There are. Good Wrench. Leaflet is one of them. It's good. All right. Great place to wrap up today. Thank you guys very much for popping in. Appreciate your support over on Rumble, over on YouTube, over on Kick, over on Twitch, just for tuning in. Glad you guys are here. And of course, the party animals over on sidescrollersplus.com. Glad you're with us. All right. Guys, have a great rest of your day. We'll be back again tomorrow. Wednesday. Blabs, who's joining us tomorrow?
Archcast.
Ooh, Arch, it's been a little bit since we've had Arch on. We've missed him for various reasons. And then on Thursday, we have the big VTuber spectacular. We have Kirsha, Rev, and Straub all on the show. That'll be chaos. So, yeah. And we're also working on some fun stuff with some of our friends. Maybe one that's on the show right now. We'll see. Guys, have a great rest of your day. Remember that people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. Have a great day. See you.